In fact, many people have been looking at what's in fact transpired, and Turkey and Syria have described these scenes as nothing short of a doomsday. Because what has happened is multiple quakes have struck this region. The devastation is almost unprecedented. At this moment as we speak, according to reports that have come in, at least about 4,800 people have lost their lives in the deadly quake. The tremors of the main quake, in fact, were felt at about 4 a.m. local time, and the ripples of these quakes were felt hundreds of miles in each direction from the epicenter, that is across southern Turkey and also over northern Syria. The countries around the world have mobilized rapidly to try and send aid and rescue workers to the affected areas. The American president has said that he is deeply saddened and has promised American assistance. Taking to Twitter, Biden has said that he's called on the U.S. officials to reach out to their Turkish counterparts to coordinate in the assistance work in the relief and rehabilitation of people. The American president has further said that he's deployed teams to support Turkish search and rescue efforts at this moment.
The Department of State is in close contact with our Turkish allies and our humanitarian partners, and our initial assistance response is already underway. We are determined to provide any and all assistance to help those affected by these earthquakes.
Now, India has also offered its assistance in any way possible. The Indian Prime Minister has condoled the loss of life and property and has assured that the country stands in solidarity with the people of Turkey. Now, India has dispatched the first batch of earthquake relief material to Turkey. The shipment consists of an expert national disaster response force, search and rescue team, an array of medical supplies, advanced drilling equipment and also other crucial tools that are required for the aid efforts. The South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has also expressed his condolences and has offered to help the people of Turkey. The British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has also tweeted support for Turkey, and similar assistance has also been provided by Pakistan, where in a statement issued by the Foreign Office, Pakistan has offered condolences over the loss of life due to the earthquake. Further adding that Pakistan stands in complete solidarity with its Turkish brethren in its hour of grief. Meanwhile, the United Arab Emirates has also pledged humanitarian assistance worth about $13.6 million to Syria, and the United Arab Emirates has said that it is planning to establish a field hospital in Turkey and will also send search and rescue teams to Syria along with urgent relief supplies and emergency aid. Now, the head of the United Nations is also calling on countries around the world to respond with generosity to dire humanitarian needs while outlining his priorities for 2023, the start of the General Assembly. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has urged for humanitarian aid to be given to the people who have been affected so badly in this tragedy.
Before we begin, I want to convey my deep sadness about the devastating earthquakes in Turkiye and Syria. I extend my condolences to the families of the victims. The United Nations is mobilizing to support the emergency response, and so let's work together in solidarity to assist all those hit by this disaster, many of whom were already in dire need of humanitarian aid.
And WION's principal diplomatic correspondent spoke with Turkey's ambassador to India in New Delhi. Ambassador Firat Sunel spoke on the current situation in Turkey after the earthquake. Listen in.
Turkey has been impacted by a massive earthquake. With me is the ambassador of Turkey to talk about the impact of the earthquake and the relief measures which are ongoing. Sir, welcome to WION. My first question to you is a question which the world is also seeking answers to, is the current situation in your country, if you can give the estimate as to how much damage it has created in your country.
Yes, thank you very much, first of all. I just want to make my first comment. This is not just one earthquake. There were two huge earthquakes yesterday, magnitudes of 7.7 and 7.6, and followed by almost 300 aftershocks. So the damage is very big because almost 14 million people are concerned, affected in 10 cities. And the devastation is huge. Let me give you some actual numbers. The death toll is almost 3,000. This is 2,900. More than 15,000 injured, and 4,700 buildings collapsed in the region. So some airports are already closed in the region, but other airports neighboring the region, they are open, and we use it for humanitarian help.
So your country must be overwhelmed, your government must be overwhelmed. If you can talk about the measures taken by your government in terms of the relief and rescue operations.
Yes, thinking of the dimension of the devastation and the size of the region, it's really not an easy task. And two huge earthquakes in the same day. And the government is there. There are now almost 15,000 search and rescue teams are there, including our health teams. More than 5,000 military personnel are there. Some sanitary facilities like toilets, bathrooms, field hospitals, our crisis and management team, they are all in the region. So they work without any interruption since the first earthquake. And we have also some foreign search and rescue teams there. There are about 2,700 with their rescue dogs out of 65 countries, and India is also included.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.